From the future home of Super Bowl 56, there's a look at SoFi Stadium just south of downtown Los Angeles. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Los Angeles Chargers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. On first down, Justin Herbert. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Justin Herbert looking comfortable here in season number 2. He looked comfortable in season number 1, for that matter. But what's the game plan for defending and trying to limit him?
Oh, you've asked a really difficult question there, because you're right. Year 1, he looked like a 5-7-year veteran, and he's only going to continue to get better. But with a guy who throws such a pretty ball and has such a great arm, throwing the long ball has got to be a blast for him. He wants to push the ball downfield. Doesn't mean he can't make all the other throws, but I want to take those away first and make him beat me by being accurate and dinking and dunking all the way downfield.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The handoff, it's Eckler. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Running on first down, Eckler. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team, both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Bailey's kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, they only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First carry for Najee Harris. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Harris going to get it again on second down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They run the counter. It's Harris. Room to run past midfield. There he goes, left side. And finally out of bounds just inside the 10. 67 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. They'll try the right side with Harris. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? They run the counter. Harris. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it makes things a little more interesting now on 4th and goal. And Boswell's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw here, Herbert. Got a man, that's Richie James. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
They run on first down with Jackson, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4th.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Allen! Jalen Guyton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital. Extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On the give, this is Harris running right through him. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. They go play action with Haskins. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. He got 29 yards that time. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. They run the counter. It's Harris, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So that'll back him up 5. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. On play action, Haskins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
On 2nd and inches, Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Steelers are going to get the football here at their own 23. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They go play action now. Haskins. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied here in the second quarter. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 more yards there and another first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. James has got it. Complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line. So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
95 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
2nd and 2. Here's another carry for Harris. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So a stop here defensively to start this third quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. On the return, it's James. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start here with Jackson. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On the give, this is Eckler. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Get off the field.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Richie James, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are going to take the lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Now a give right side. Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They hand this off to Harris. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
114 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on 3rd down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice job of securing the football and picking up the first down.
Now a first down carry for Harris. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Oh, that's a very good run there by Najee Harris, who can take it inside. He can get to the perimeter. He can do it all with his build and his speed. This is a guy coming out of Alabama who did everything for the Crimson Tide. That's why Pittsburgh took him in the 1st round. Last in the league in rushing as a team last year were the Steelers. They're expecting Harris to kickstart their running game.
Play action. Haskins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Looking to throw, Haskins. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Well, that takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Steelers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Haskins will throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jones. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
On second down, this is Harris. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be fourth down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Pat Freiermuth with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Boswell for the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Jalen Guyton with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Chargers on one play have taken the lead. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Again, it's Harris on second down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On 1st down, it's Harris, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now it's Haskins. Complete. It's Johnson. Well, they have had no answer for this connection all night long.
Yeah, you just have to think in a 2-minute situation, that's got to be a concentration lapse. You know they're going to go back to him with the game that he's been having.
On 3rd down, Harris. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Haskins. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. That's Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. One final shot for Haskins. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Chargers, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4.